Okay, if you've got any questions about the game for manager Paul Lambert.
Talk about coming to America for this friendly, the travel involved, the expectations as far as taking on a team like FC Dallas, EPL style of play versus what MLS is, or how you perceive it to be.
Is that your question you're asking?
Sir.
It was a really tough game for us because we're just not long started back our pre-season. That's only our second game, and obviously Dallas have played a lot of league games, so it's tough. Plus, one big factor in Dallas's favour is the heat. We're certainly not used to the conditions, and it's really, really tough. But I was delighted with the two teams that I put out in the first half and the second half. And I thought the second half we dominated the game as such, but hard game.
2 goals within 4 minutes. The second one by Charles Nzogbia, coming off the year where he was battling injury. How good is that for him, and how good is that for you as a coach?
Yeah, it's great. Charles coming back after that lengthy spell out. He's been out nearly a year, really bad injury, and he's come back pre-season looking pretty sharp. And I thought tonight, he was excellent. His goal, I thought, was first class. Really great taking goal. And if he can stay injury free, hopefully we'll have a big season.
Paul, you mentioned that your team took advantage and dominated the second half. Is that down to personnel, the style of play? What do you attribute the difference in halves to?
Well, the first half was really, really tough because, as I said, the heat is probably a lot greater in that first period. But to be fair, the lads in the first half were resolute, really strong defensively, never really got hurt, really, as such. And Andy scores a really good goal, so the second half of the game settles down a little bit, and then I think we dominate the game from there on in.
What did you think of the crowd and just the atmosphere here tonight?
So it's a little bit different from what I'm used to back in Britain. It's a different environment, the crowd here, and it's there's a total difference between European football, British football, to what you get over here. And but the atmosphere was fine. It wasn't intimidating or anything like that, and it was good.
You ever deal with element of heat in your homeland like you got to enjoy tonight?
I've never experienced the heat. Back home, certainly where I come from in Glasgow, we don't get this sort of heat, and even in Birmingham we don't get this sort of heat. So the heat here is really tough. Really, even when you're walking around, you'll know better than I do. It's pretty exhausting at times.
Paul, was it pleasing to see the impact that Charles Nzogbia made today? Looked really sharp, I thought, on his return.
Yeah, I thought he was excellent, Charles. Long time out with really bad injury, and but the way he played, he's looking pretty sharp, Charles. He's come back pre-season really fit looking, and that's only the lads. He's only played 45 minutes.
It's all cliche new signings, isn't it? I mean, they are like new signings again, aren't they? Really coming back into the squad.
Yeah, very much so. And if Charles can keep that level up, and you look at Richardson on the other side, Agbon and Horde, even Teki and Kozak still to come back, Flash still to come back. So there's a lot of lads there that could have big years.
Halfway through your Texas tour, how would you evaluate where the team is as to where you're expecting them to be, and what would you like to see them still accomplish before returning to the UK?
I think the biggest achievement is to get everybody fit come that Stoke game. That's my main objective. Results aren't the be all and end all in pre-season, never have been. Is to get your strongest possible team ready for the Stoke game, and that's my main objective. If we can go through this 5 games or so left we've got, with everybody being fit, then I'll be more than happy with that.
Both of your goals seem to be results from taking advantage of mistakes at the back for FC Dallas. Would you like to have seen more chances created from the attack, from the play, from your team?
No, we won the game. The game's about winning. We won the game. So, and unless somebody tells me otherwise, the game's littered with mistakes. You have to take advantage of them. We've done that, and that's the name of the game. And no, we deserve to win the game.
Sure.
I've got a big picture question for you. Now seeing what an MLS level game is like, is everyone in America is concerned about the U.S. national team and where they're going to go in the next couple of years. Can they take that next step? If most of the American players are coming from an MLS level, can they compete on the world level as someone who's looking at this from outside?
I thought the American team was fantastic in the World Cup. I really did. I thought they were great. I really did. I thought they did a really good campaign. A lot of lads in the American team have played in Europe, which certainly helps them. I've got one myself in Dugan, so Tim Howard's obviously over there. Dempsey's done it. Even I can go right back to Claudio Reyna when he played. He came over to Glasgow and played. So the American team has got some really good players, really good team. Difficult to play against, but I think when you have to go to the real top heights, it's tough. If you look at the big nations that are there, I think they're always going to be there or thereabouts. But the American team are a good side, made up of lads that play in this league, so they can compete.
Well, was Joe Cole's absence just a minor precaution, just a minor knock, is it?
Yeah.
Has he got a chance of being involved in the game the weekend?
He'll be probably touch and go in that one. I wouldn't rush him. He'll be touch and go. He's just got a little thigh knock for the Man Show again.
This early in pre-season, how pleasing is it to have a relatively mistake-free performance?
It's good, as I said there earlier. It's the result isn't the main thing. It's to get everybody fit and get them ready for that first game. That's the main objective. But if you can come through that in these last 5 games or so, then you'd have done really well at it. And that's my main thing, is to get everybody fit.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.